Alright, what up? It's Shankster94 and welcome to my 101st weekly Q&A. I'm your host, The Gamer Shankster, also known as Shankster94, and you all know what this place is good for. A good place for ask questions, receive answers, communicate with each other, yada yada yada. Alright, so who do we got here? Let's check out the usual contenders. The one and only W, also known as Wyatt. And then number 2 Q&A contender, Man of Muff. Awesome. And we also got CJ. Yep, I'm doing good. Ace Vortex, Glitch Boy, Fernando Magales, Dallas Martinez. Got a lot of people popping in. Looks like it's a good time to do one of these Q&As. Alright, so I'm going to prep the 1 hour timer because Wyatt already got his usual first question in. Here we go. 1 hour. Alright, what? So, did I hear about Julian Assange getting arrested? Yes, I did. Reported it the last couple days. Ace Vortex. Glitched Boy, what was the most gruesome death in Resident Evil 4? The most gruesome death. I feel like it's the Novistador's death animation on Leon. Wyatt with a super chat. This is his personal 100th Q&A. Because, yeah, he didn't join in until number 2. CJ, how's my shoulder? It's doing fine. It's at the point where it just goes in and out of discomfort throughout the day. It's not really painful anymore. Unless I, jolt it a wrong direction or something. Hello, Fernando. Hello, Dallas. Alright. And I'm also one of your favorites, Fernando. It's awesome to hear. Appreciate it. What? The El Guerrador's death is the most gruesome in your opinion. That is a good one, really. It's brutal. What was I doing before the Q&A? I was watching Jen play Dead by Daylight. What will we be doing after this Q&A? She's still playing it, just a little bit of that again. So yeah, if you haven't noticed, I'm back in my room for this Q&A. She's out there on the PS4 playing Dead by Daylight. Also, what did I last eat and drink? What would I prefer to eat and drink? The last thing I ate and drank was a cheese and mild sauce quesadilla with orange juice. What would I prefer to eat and drink next? Let's see here. Probably cereal, which would make milk the drink as well. Dallas Martinez, you almost had a heart attack when you were playing Dead Rising 2. You hit an enemy with a gas tank and it froze with a lagging sound and it crashed. Oh, man. Ace Vortex, have I ever played The Evil Within? No. Nope. What? The best and worst thing about Q&A 100? The best thing was it was the very first triple digit, so it was pretty cool. The worst thing, it wasn't as hyped as Q&A 50 was, I feel like. Why can this... And also, can this Q&A be 101 minutes long? Yeah, good one. Glitched Boy, is the Resident Evil 2 remake in the enemy testing stage? Are you talking about the weapon review? Because if you are, no, I'm not at that stage yet. I am going very slow on this weapon review. Just so you guys know. Both because I kind of want to and take my time with it, and 2, because I don't really have a choice with my personal life. I only get maybe a couple whole days in the whole week to even work on it. Why, my reaction if you hype up a massive super chat for Q&A 104, but only drop a cent super chat. Assume the cent super chat is possible in this scenario, or you PayPal it directly to me. Yeah, I would, no one would ever trust you again. Including myself. If cereal is in milk, it becomes part of food meal, not a drink. Well, then I'm having no drink in the future, Wyatt. Assume Manif dies mysteriously, then you come visit me. If while you're visiting me, it's revealed that you killed Manif, what would I do? I'll get you out of my house, because if you killed Manif, you have the capacity to kill me, maybe. And that's not funny. Dallas, what was the last time I had a game crash or the game froze? The Sims 1 on my PC. Why my reaction if Manif drops a $10,000 super chat? I'll be like wheezing and then wondering, how you gonna top that, Wyatt? Without going broke. Ace Vortex, shortest Resident Evil game. That is debatable between Resident Evil Survivor and Resident Evil Gaiden, I feel like. It's either Survivor or Gaiden. Hey, Michael Cho. Why, am I still doing a house tour on the 103rd Q&A? I might just have to make sure nothing private gets shown. It's... At this point, I think it's a 50-50 chance that I'm actually going to do that. If I even remember to do that on the 103rd. Glitched Boy, what was the easiest Resident Evil weapon review? The easiest weapon review? Honestly, let me think. It probably was Gaiden. At the same time, though. I mean, if you want to count any kind of weapon review that I've ever done, there was a previously on this channel video on this random fan-made game online called Resident Evil Freedom, and I actually did a weapon review on it. It had 4 weapons in it. That one would have been the very easiest if you count that, but that's not on my channel anymore, so the easiest weapon review that is on my channel, I want to say, was Gaiden. Alright, questions are coming in hot. I might have to turn slow mode on. Let's just do just a simple 60 seconds, 1 minute. Alright. So... Why, if I upload the Remake 2 weapons review, but it uploads with horribly glitched audio that sounds like garbage, would I leave the video up or redo it? I would re-upload it. Come out my house and break your legs. I'll just refer to it as come out my house. Most frustrating Resident Evil game I've played. Frustrating game. Darkside Chronicles. What? Have I ever had Resident Evil 4 glitch out on me in any way? Like, glitch out randomly in any way? No. CJ, have I heard of the band called The Cranberries? Yeah. And do I think that their song Zombie would be fitting for a Resident Evil game? No. That's a different kind of zombie entirely, I feel like. Well, why least to most preferred to be never able to watch again? Degeneration, Damnation, and Vendetta. To never least to most prefer to never be able to watch again. That's a very weird question. But I would say Degeneration, Vendetta, then Damnation. because I would least prefer to never be able to watch Degeneration, since that's my favorite. Dallas Martinez, how did I react when that game froze or crashed? I'm like, God damn it. It wasn't an important crash. It was just like, oh, well, all the progress I made up to this point is gone. Oh, well, I'll just do it again another day. Wyatt, least to most favorite weapons. Blacktail, Riot Gun, SVD Dragunov, Claire's Rev 2 Shotgun, and Barry's Rev 2 Starting Assault Rifle. Barry's Rev 2 Assault Rifle, Claire's Rev 2 Shotgun, Blacktail, Dragunov, then Riot Gun. There. CJ, my top 3 magnums. The Smith & Wesson M500 from Resident Evil 5, the hand cannon from Resident Evil 4, and the elephant killer from Resident Evil 6. Actually, that's a lie. My third favorite is the full version. It's the fully custom parted Desert Eagle from Resident Evil 2. The original. God, my mouth is really dry. I have a bottle of water here for that. Oh. I'm surprised Wyatt didn't bring this up already. This is the drink I'm going to try. It's cotton candy soda. Excuse me. Or something like that. I have a feeling I'm not going to like this. But it fizzed. So at least it has the carbonation still. Huh. It's okay. It's okay. I could actually keep drinking it. Wow, that was surprising. Alright. Let's continue. Michael Cho, have a brick fly through all of my windows or have explosive garden gnomes that I only have 2 minutes to throw them all out before they explode. Brick fly through all my windows. Wyatt, what is my cringiest weapon review that is still on the channel? The cringiest weapon review? Survivor 2 Code Veronica. Or it might be the very first weapon review, Resident Evil 1, because I didn't have, like, establishment yet, and my voice sounded horrible. I don't know. CJ, favorite Resident Evil puzzle? Favorite Resident Evil puzzle in general? Whew. There's so many, it's almost too vague of a question, but I don't know if I can name my true favorite if I really took the time to think about it, but I could name one I like a lot. It's the water solution puzzle in Resident Evil 3, Nemesis. Ace Vortex, most underrated weapon in Resident Evil history. The most underrated weapon in all the series. Man, could you guys get a little more specific with your questions, please? That would be nice. But anyway, I'll, just like the last question, I'll just throw a weapon out there that is underrated because I can't take the time to think about it. Maybe the Silver Ghost from Resident Evil 4, which is Leon's main handgun. Maybe that's an underrated weapon. Michael Cho, all of the garden gnomes are littered everywhere in my home. Yeah, well, I already made the decision. What if you visited me, but you were revealed to be an international assassin and super spy? What would you do? What would I do? I'd be like, well, you did your job goddamn well. Mission accomplished. What do you get out of it? Nothing was genuine, huh? Michael Cho, making pan-cooked chicken today. Good for you, man. Alright, what? Favorite color for jeans? Blue. Would I wear bright light green denim jeans? Bright light green denim jeans? No. Yellow? Absolutely not. CJ, my favorite milkshake flavor? Strawberry. Glitched Boy, have I been killed by the giant chainsaw man in Mercenaries? I'm assuming you're thinking the Super Salvador from Resident Evil 4, even though that's not his original name. Yeah, plenty of times. Michael Cho, wear a top hat for the final weekly Q&A, or answer questions while eating fried chicken for the final Q&A. Answer while eating fried chicken. I'm not wearing a top hat. What? My reaction if Remake 3 featured a hardcore sex scene between Jill and Carlos. I'd be like, damn, they're ballsy for putting that in there. This game just became rated NC-17. Or rated A? I don't know. But yeah, for Jill and Carlos, I'd be like, it's goddamn Chris. CJ, is there any food now that I love, but when I was young, I absolutely hated? Salad with Italian dressing. Yeah. Alright. I'm still a little bit behind. Let's up the slow-mo just a little bit. Let's do 2 minutes now. I won't go any higher than that. What? I would appreciate it if you put that much time in between your questions as well, but everyone knows that you just don't give a shit. My reaction if Jill was topless the whole game of Remake 3? Kind of like what I said last time. That'd be ballsy of the development team. Michael Cho, fight all the zombies in the world with only a foam finger, or use my cat as rocket launcher ammo. The foam finger. What? You forgot about the Q&A drink. Wow. You're the proprietor of all that, and you forgot. Dallas Martinez, if I can add something to Resident Evil 2 Remake, what would it be? Another soundtrack DLC that doesn't just that changes more even changes. What if it changed the sound effects like of everything, not just like menu movements? What if it changed the sound effects of like guns firing? Imagine the fully upgraded shotgun in Resident Evil 2 Remake sounded like the awesome boomstick full version M1100 from the original Resident Evil 2. Could you imagine that? And what if they somehow brought back the original dialogue in certain cutscenes? You know, that's what I would do. CJ, do I like the little details in the original Resident Evil games? Example, coffee mugs with RPD and stars logos of them in the original too. Yeah, I do think it's creative, and for 90s pre-rendered backgrounds like that, they put work into it. What, on a scale of 0 to 100, how much do I like this Q&A drink? I'll give it, the fact that I can drink it, it is kind of weird, but I can drink it, I'll give it a 65. Also, least to most favorite weather temperatures. Super cold, like subarctic. Cold, cool, warm, hot, and super hot, like tropically hot. Okay, least to most favorite. My least favorite is super hot, like tropically hot. Then it's probably super cold. I don't need to be that cold. But I'd rather go out from cold than hot. So that's why tropical hot is my least favorite. All right, then next I would say hot. Then I would say cold. Then warm. Then cool. Cool is my favorite pattern. So, kind of just bouncing in between the two. CG. CJ. CG is a term that I use at work. CJ. Kill a zombie with a golf club and play golf with its head. Yeah, that would be cool. Which catchphrase would I prefer if I had to choose? Oh yeah, get shanked, or it's shankster time, bitches. Whichever I choose would be forever, and I would have to say it regularly. Oh yeah, get shanked. I actually have said get shanked once before. I have. Don't remember what was playing, but I have said it. Spy Red Rum. Stick shift or automatic? Stick shift. I learned on a stick, so I should always drive a stick. And sticks are just more reliable, I believe. Automatics are easier to drive, no doubt. But they're not as reliable. Night Kid, how long do we have? As of now, we got just under 40 minutes still. CJ, my favorite part of the soundtrack in Resident Evil 2, original and remake. My favorite part of the soundtrack in the original is Ada's soundtrack. It's like Ada's theme, like when... Yeah. In the remake, it's definitely Mr. X's theme. Michael Cho, go sledding naked at Mount Everest or sauna in hell? Yeah, go sledding naked. Like I said, I'd rather go out in the cold than in the hot. I'm doing good, man. Thanks. Wyatt, least to most favorite RE4 puzzles. Light puzzle in the church. Yeah. Painting swapping puzzle in the castle. And the tile puzzle in the catacombs of the castle. Least to most favorite. Okay. I'd say the tile puzzle, then the paint swap. Basically, reverse order that you listed it. There you go. Glitched Boy, what was the castle slide puzzle? The puzzle when you play as Ashley hard for you. Yeah, the tile puzzle that I just mentioned? Castle slide. Yeah. And that's the only puzzle I can think of when playing as Ashley, so yeah. Yeah, a little bit. At one point, I did memorize the proper sequence to do it the fastest. Because I did play Resident Evil 4 quite a bit back in the day. Way back in the day, like 10 years ago. Even more than that. Anyway. Enough with that question. Manif, sorry for not attending Q&A. You had a busy day. It's alright, man. I really hope you do make 104. Really hope for it. What? Least to most favorite live-action DVD box arts. Must rank all 6. Did you not ask this already? Alright. Box arts on the live-action movies. Least to most favorite. Okay. My least favorite... is probably Extinction. Yeah. Then Apocalypse. Then the original. Then Afterlife. Then Retribution. Then the final chapter. The final chapter has my favorite box art. CJ. What type of firearm that has never been featured in a Resident Evil game before would I like to see? The AA-12. Whoop, got to go, Michael Cho. Alright. What? Superman versus Thanos with the full Infinity Gauntlet. In this scenario, Thanos can't simply snap Superman out of existence because they're from different universes. I don't know. I feel like Superman, eventually. CJ, would I play a Resident Evil game that's a stealth and horror genre game? Yeah. What? Always feel like I've made a fool of myself, or always feel grossed out? Made a fool of myself, I guess. Glitched Boy, what was hardest out of these four? Dr. Salvador, Garador, the JJ, Gatling Gun Guy, or Krauser? The hardest out of those four was Krauser. CJ, if a genie said he will grant me 3 wishes, what would they be? Oh my gosh. To end world hunger, to end world war, and to set the genie free. I skipped a bunch of questions. Yep, because it skipped me to the bottom at some point. Damn it. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, okay. So least to most terrifying. That's where I go. Nynx, Iluzija, Berserk, Nogalet. I thought I told you to quit with the Resident Evil 6 enemies. But you didn't tell me I had to look them up, so I'm not going to. And you can't tell me now because I said you can't do that. Least to most terrifying. The Nogalet, the Talo Explizija. I actually know what that one is just from that last part of the name. The Berserk, the Nynx, and then the Iluzija. Yeah. Night Kid, what's wrong with colored jeans? I don't know if you would wear them, but they still sound lit. There's nothing wrong with them. I just wouldn't wear them in public. Man, if my shoulder's alright. Why NC-17 is for movies. AO, adults only is for video games. Alright, whatever. CJ, would I like to see more melee weapons in the series, e.g. baseball bat with nails in it? Oh, man. Maybe. Man, a fun fact, Julia Chang's Tekken is streamer. Julia Chang from Tekken is streamer. I know she's available. Anyway, Wyatt, never be able to say the word umbrella or the word Wyatt. Never be able to say Wyatt. Spy Rotorum, have I heard of the rising of the shield hero? No. Manif, most overrated gun in Resident Evil. Overrated? The Matilda. CJ, what Resident Evil item would I like in real life? A Smith & Wesson M500. Okay, let's be real. You did say item, so I'll make it separate from weapons. An item, huh? Man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with a key item. I almost would be willing to own a crank because that's one of the most iconic items in the series. It's in pretty much every original game, and it's been thrown back a few times. So yeah, a crank. There you go. Wyatt, face off against 2 Super Salvadors with only a plastic baseball bat, or face off against 2 Super Iron Maidens with only a broom? Yeah, Iron Maidens. Also, Rev 3 sucks, or the 4th CGI movie sucks? The 4th CGI movie sucks. Manif, do I know some fighters? I do not know any fighter jets. CJ, would I like to see more crazy unlockable weapons in the future of the series? Example, sci-fi themed weapons. As long as they're kept unlockables, yeah. And don't make it a canonical weapon. Manif, what's that drink? It's cotton candy flavored soda. Wyatt, 5 Extinction Super Zombies versus 2 Super Iron Maidens. 2 Super Iron Maidens. Come out my house. What is my job? I am a news technical director at a TV station. I operate a very large video and audio switcher that takes images, videos, etc., and graphics to air. That's basically what I do. It's the first time I gave like a very detailed description of my job. Anyway, what does CG mean in my work context? Computer graphic. Manif, when is my Resident Evil 2 Remake Weapons review, and when is my Resident Evil Dead Aim Fully Play? I cannot project release dates for those things, Manif, unfortunately. Because I don't even know. Because my weapon review is probably only halfway done. Let's the full play of Dead Aim, even though that is what I will be working on after that. That's even further away. Although that will be much easier to produce. Anyway, I'm slowing way down, which is why I'm getting way behind, even with slow mode on, so I need to keep going. I'm very tired, as you guys can obviously see. I slept very good, though. Spy Red Run. Would I rather spin for 1 second or operate a speedboat for a whole day? Spin for 1 second or operate a speedboat for a whole day? Where's the competition? I'll just spin for a second. That's very, 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 very easy. Unless you misworded the question. Wyatt, Superman versus Thanos with a full Infinity Gauntlet. Okay, that's where I skipped a bunch of questions. Okay. Gotcha. So, the last question I answered before I had to go back up, because I skipped a bunch of questions, was CJ's Genie question. So the next one is Manif. What Resident Evil am I the most excited for fully Let's Playing? Right now, it's Resident Evil 4. Yeah, Resident Evil 4 is where I'm the most excited to fully play. Because it'll be the first one. It'll be the first one since Code Veronica. Or no, not even that. Since 3. Where I know the game very, very well already. And I'm not nervous about it at all. And I don't need any help from Marat Balamza, Manu Castilla, or anything like that. Not that I don't appreciate the help. It was just nice before I needed it. But I will be taking a lot of tips from Wyatt for Resident Evil 4, so I make it a very good full play. Alright. CJ, what's my middle name? If I don't have one, what would I like to be? It's not that personal. My middle name is Corey. Yeah. Manif. I skipped the questions because Wyatt usual donate. I don't know what. It just happens for no reason sometimes. It's not always the donation that does it. Wyatt, trivia question. What is the earliest event that could be considered part of a Resident Evil timeline, theoretically? This one's tricky. The earliest event that could be considered part of the Resident Evil timeline. Is it when the like the plants that were discovered in Resident Evil 5, like those were the origin of the progenitor virus. But that goes back hundreds, if not thousands of years. I don't know. Also, be infected with Las Plagas plus the A virus, or be infected with T Abyss plus C virus. Jesus. T Abyss plus C virus. CJ, do I have any unlucky numbers, or is a number just a number to me? Numbers are just numbers. Glitched Boy, what was the hardest Plaga in Resident Evil 4? The hardest one is the last one, the spider thingy that comes out of their neck, and then it detaches if you damage it a little bit. So it has a double life. That's why I consider it the hardest. The most lethal is the second one because it could just take your head clean off. Alright, man, most dangerous virus in Resident Evil, in my opinion. The most dangerous virus is probably the C virus. Wyatt, wouldn't I rather own a treasure than a crank? He said item, not treasure. Fire Mario, if I had to choose between Espas 12 and Remington 870, which one do I choose? Between those two, I'd go with Remington 870. What? Face off against hordes of Ouroboros plus T-Phobos monsters with you at my side, or face off against G-Virus, T-Virus, T-Veronica virus monsters, Spy Red Romance. Either team would have full tactical gear. The viruses would be combined to create horrific abominations, and one not be separate. Jeez. I would go with the latter. The GT T Veronica with Spy. CJ, are there any games out there that I have never played but would like to? The fourth Sly Cooper game. Wyatt, complex 3-part question, but I must read it all carefully. No speed reading. Fuck you, Wyatt. I can do what the hell I want. Fight through the C-Virus plus G-Virus apocalypse with Leon, who has a sore left foot with a 3% chance. I'll get the... God, I am so tempted to put you in timeout right now. But I'll lose all the questions if I do that, even though I can read them all. No. Yeah, I just did that. Not in the best mood now. Alright. Don't worry, your questions will be seen, but yeah, I need to slow down the chat if I'm going to read this stupid thing. Fight through the C-Virus plus G-Virus apocalypse with Leon, who has a sore left foot, with a 3% chance I'll get the flu, with Resident Evil 4's semi-automatic rifle with Rev 2's damage 1, or fight through the A-Virus plus T-Virus apocalypse with Chris, who has a distracting sore tooth, with a 3% chance I lose my primary weapon, which is Rev... You see how ridiculous this is? Which is Rev 2's rifle M1891-30 with Rev 2's reload 2. Loadout 2, even though I forgot half the question. See, that didn't do good for either of us, did it? Maneth, what's my favorite shotgun in Resident Evil? Yours is Spas 12. My favorite shotgun is the full M1100 in Resident Evil 2 original. Glitched Boy, which character do I play most in Resident Evil 4 Mercenaries? Which character do I play most in Resident Evil 4 Mercenaries? Krauser. Yeah. Alright. Wyatt. A major technical outage happens at my work, and I'm blamed for it. Or my sister's Redding goes horribly, and I'm blamed for it. Major technical outage. Also, fight through a Strilat apocalypse with a high chance I lose all my weapons, or a high chance I made up with Ada, but she betrays me. The high chance I lose all my weaponry. Full play I've enjoyed the most so far. By Wyatt. The full play that I enjoyed the most so far was probably Resident Evil 3. Which future full play am I dreading the most? Outbreak. Out of the first 10 Q&As, which one was the best and which one was the worst? Well, the worst was the one I had featured while my car was stolen. The best was probably the 10th. Don't know for sure. CJ, would I say that Barry is the firearm expert in the Resident Evil series? What do I think? Firearm expert? Probably. Alright, Wyatt. Earliest possible timeline in Resident Evil would have to be during medieval times when the Lost Plagas were unearthed. Ah, so I wasn't far off. Night Kid, favorite Family Guy scene. A bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. What a bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Wyatt, trivia question. Who was the first ever super chatter? Lil Jojo Superfan. Also, did I like the underwater segments of Revelations 1? No. Treasures are items. In terms of Resident Evil, an item can be optional or key. Like a key, a crank. Treasures are of their own menu. It doesn't matter why I gave my answer. Quit having a problem with it. Maneth, MP5 or MP7? MP5. CJ, did I know in old versions of the original Resident Evil 2, the soda machines had a Pepsi logo on them? Oh, damn. Guess I was wrong about the super chatter. According to Wyatt, it was actually Saad Kilf. Dang, I totally thought it was Lil Jojo Superfan. Anyway, back to the question I was about to answer. The old versions of the original Resident Evil 2, the soda machines had the Pepsi logo. I did not know that. Wyatt, my thoughts on the timed segments in Rev 2. If I could even remember them. I never liked being under time constraint, so maybe I didn't like them that much. Lakota Soldier 84. Have I ever heard of Foamy, the squirrel, or Ill Will Press? I've never heard of Foamy. I feel like I may have heard Ill Will Press, actually. Alright, and that's where I timed Wyatt out, so see, look at that. I'm catching up pretty fast now. Night Kid, in Resident Evil 2 Remake, which grenade launcher is the best? The round. In Resident Evil 2 Remake? I want to say the flame rounds are actually better. Yeah, that happened. Man, if AK-47 or ACR? AK-47. Stormo Ninja, you missed a ton of streams. Yeah, I would say so. It's been a while. Now look what Wyatt's doing. He's retaliating and just pasting question after question after question. Don't make me do it again, Wyatt. I mean, I'll turn slow mode off to give you guys a fleeting chance, but yeah. All right. So, least to most athletic. Quint Ketchum, Keith Lumley, Renard Fisher, William Investor, and Sarah Arias. Least to most athletic is definitely Quint. Then Reynard. Then then Keith, then Raymond, then Sarah. Who the hell is Sarah? I don't even know who Sarah is. Who the hell is Sarah? I don't know. I'm not gonna bother. KMF, Carla Redames, Sarah Aris, and Jessica. Oh my god, you're gonna... Really? Slowing way down. Ah, and Vendetta. There. KMF, Carla, Sarah, or Jessica. Alright, I'm killing Sarah because she's already dead. I'm marrying... Actually, okay, now let's reset that. I'm killing Carla. I'm marrying Sarah, and I'm screwing Jessica. What would I most and least like to see from an eventual 4th CGI movie? Most like to see is Jill, maybe, in it. What would I least like to see? I don't have anything that I wouldn't like to see. Nothing like Damnation. Least to most epic, 52nd Q&A, 60th, 75th, and the 100th. Least to most epic. Okay, 100th, 75th, 52nd, then 60th. Also, betray you and lose your support, or betray Mana, Feargal, and Marat and lose their support. Between one being the most supportive, but also the most cocky, or lose 3 who simply love what I do. Honestly, though, those are 3 very well-known subscribers today because of these Q&As. And I see them comment on my videos regularly with more original comments, by the way, than yours, Wyatt. You just put awesome at the beginning of everything and think it counts as a good comment. Honestly, man, I'd rather betray you and lose your support than betray 3 subscribers. A flamethrower to survive the versus roach mode apocalypse, or a freeze thrower, if that existed. If you recommend me to watch a 24-hour-long YouTube video, would I? No. Thoughts on this being a Resident Evil title? Resident Evil Retaliation. Yeah, it's legit. Lakota Soldier 84. Have I seen the naked mod for Claire or any of our other NSFW outfits? I've seen a thumbnail of a video of it, but I haven't watched the video. Manif, M4 or G36C? M4. Glitched Boy, what was my least favorite section of Ada's campaign in Resident Evil 4? The ship. Yeah. Wyatt, trivia question. In what room does Leon lose his connection to Hunnigan? The room with the gold and silver swords. Also, whenever I play Resident Evil 4 and get to the room with the 2 swords that must be swapped around, don't I... Well, he gave me the answer right there. Don't I wish to get to use them as weapons? A little bit, actually, yeah. Would I rather Resident Evil 4's only weapon was an infinite rocket launcher that I had from the beginning, or a fully unupgraded Punisher I would also start out with in the beginning and never get anything else? Obviously, the infinite rocket launcher. And now, Wyatt's the only one chatting. Come on, guys. Best jump scare in Rev 1. The best jump scare in Rev 1. Can't remember really any jump scares in Rev 1. Maybe when the... What the hell is the big-ass boulder creature in Rev 1? When he first shows up on the elevator. The best one in Rev 2? Still, I can't remember, man. I just don't know those games as well anymore. The swords in Resident Evil 4 are golden platinum. Oh my god. I was still right about the location. Dragognoso. Gotcha. Thank you. Survivor 3 happens or Rev 0 happens? Technically, Survivor 3 already happened. It's Dino Stalker. So there's a plot hole in your question, Wyatt. Lakota Soldier, you're waiting for the right time to ask, but have I done any weapon reviews for Resident Evil 2? I have an original weapon review of the original Resident Evil 2. I'm very surprised that you never saw it. Unless you're talking about the remake, which you should have emphasized. Rev 3 happens or a third Chronicles game happens, Wyatt. A third Chronicles, actually. That wouldn't be a bad idea. A Chronicles 4, 5, and 6. Something like that. What? Also, have I ever picked up a game at its midnight release? No. CJ, did I know that in the original Resident Evil 2, Capcom spelled the Welcome Leon sign wrong? I did not know that. I know they typoed Magnum in like somewhere in the menu, in the inventory. Wyatt, Resident Evil Survivor 3 happens or Rev 0 happens? I already answered that. Okay, fine. I see what you're saying. Resident Evil Survivor 3 happens or Rev 0. Or Survivor 3. What? Have I ever been to the midnight premiere of a movie? No. If Manif visited me but barged in unannounced and without warning into my bathroom while I was taking a big dump, what would I do? I would throw the toilet paper at him. If you visited me at a random point halfway through your visit, you started repeatedly punching me in the stomach hard, what would I do? I would grab a knife. Dude, you might want to knock it off. Like, when you give me all of these what-if scenarios, if you were to visit me, they're not very positive. Hunter R versus Hunter Mew versus Strillac versus Sploder versus Spider Plaga Zealot in a vicious 5-way battle. Who comes out on top? Psst. Well, obviously not the Sploder because I think it dies upon sploding. I can't remember though. I think the Hunter R, because I don't even know which one that one is. Glitched boy, the typo was in Magnum parts. Yep. Thank you. Alright, asking your loadout questions, because, yeah. We are about 5 minutes out. So, yeah, we're close enough to the end. That's fine. I got Google Images ready to go anyway. Alrighty then, bring it on. What I don't appreciate, however, is deliberately, to the fullest extent, you went against what I said earlier. You named with intent, it sounds like, Resident Evil 6 limb enemies. Ugh. The reason it ticks me off is because I have to use 2 separate sites when looking up the guns versus the enemies. Because Google, I feel like Google won't give me an accurate search. Not as accurate as the Resident Evil Wiki. But I can't look up guns on the Resident Evil Wiki. Anything that has Noga, Talo, Ruka, none of those enemies, man. There's just way too many. I'm going to answer TJ's question real quick. Just curious, do I know when my next full play will be? No, I don't. Alright. So, okay. Let me get Google Images. So Talo Magla the flying one. Or Talo, I can't even pronounce that. Yeah, Resident Evil 6 really is a game I don't like. Even more now because it has stupid retarded enemy names that you're using. And the search bar won't open up. Okay. So, it's the flying one versus the armored one. Could you just say that, please? So, the 2 apocalypses, or the apocalypse is the flying Joavo versus and the armored Joavo in heavy rain. Okay. Now the weapons. ASP 2000. Cool looking pistol. Or a Beretta U-22 Neos. Ooh, slick looking gun. Okay, I got the 2 pistols in my head now. Let's hear the rest of the loadouts. 3 Resident Evil 4 flash grenades, some military grade rope, and 1 Resident Evil 7 remote bomb. Or the Neos pistol, Chris's Resident Evil 7 knife, 1 Resident Evil 4 incendiary grenade, and some strong chem fluid. In that apocalypse, huh? Well, the incendiary grenade's not going to do very good in heavy rain, so I'll go with Loadout A. I actually took some time and thought about that one. What do you know? Now, the next lookup question. A Bren 10 pistol. Okay. To survive the Glava Sloughs. You suck, man. You suck. So the Glava Sloughs is the thing that spits like webby acid at you. Alright. The head transformation. Or a Colt Model 1902. And that's the timer going off. So real quick, I'm going to check the chat. The last question I'm going to answer is Glitched Boy's hardest boss in Resident Evil 1 through 3. Alright, because that last thing Wyatt put's not a question. Alright, so that's going to be the final question now. Back to what I was looking up. So the Colt Model 1902. To survive that enemy apocalypse, I would go with the Colt Model 1902. Alright. Own and drive the 1961 Ford Econoline pickup. Ew. 51 Ford F1. That sounds more legit. I would definitely drive the 51 Ford F1. That's not a bad truck at all. I don't think. No specific color. Gotcha. Lakota Soldier 84. Yes, remake, but you have 2 jobs and a baby girl. How do they have time to watch videos? So, your original question was... Have I done any weapon reviews for Resident Evil 2 Remake? No, I'm working on one right now. Wyatt, should you make a recommendation for me to memorize? No, because you can't order me to memorize anything. Memorization is not a priority. These weekly Q&As are going to end soon anyway, so... Yeah. Glitched Boy, what's my favorite enemy species in the Resident Evil series, i.e. hunters? My favorite enemy species in the Resident Evil series... Honestly, hunters are one of my favorite enemies in the franchise. Even though they're also one of the most annoying. So, yeah, maybe that species of enemy. And then finally, the last question is, what was the hardest boss in Resident Evil 1 through 3 and 0? The hardest boss in Resident Evil 1... The hardest boss in Resident Evil 1 is the yawn. Was the yawn for me. In Resident Evil 2, it's G4. In Resident Evil 3, the hardest boss is was the first real showdown with Nemesis. Like when he penetrates Jill with his tentacle and gives her the virus. That sounded very wrong. I know. But yeah, that was the hardest boss battle for me. And then in 0, the hardest boss battle in 0? really, it's probably the bat. The giant bat. Although, even though I totally fluked it in my full play. But my very first time playing Resident Evil 0, I remember the bat gave me the most trouble because it was really hard to hit. Alright, that was the final question I'm caring to answer. So, hope you guys enjoyed that Q&A. It did feel like a little new, being the first since now we're back to 1, 2, 3 after 100. I don't know. But, hope that was enjoyable for you guys. Had a little off moment, but whatever. Alright, so this is Shankster94, aka the Gamer Shankster. Rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next Q&A, and just watch my posts for updates on the Rupp interview, because I like to post these little progress reports and whatnot. Alright, peace out. See you guys later.